So the next thing that we're going to do here is to animate trim paths. So I've created this little guy, and we've sure seen these kinds of effects lots of different places, but we're going to recreate this. And notice that part of what this does is it actually stretches out in the middle and then it gets shorter at the end. So let's create a composition about 4 seconds long, and I'm going to begin by, let's create a fun little path here. That kind of loops around. All right, so we got our path, and I'm just going to open that up. I'm going to open my contents, and the first thing I want to do, open shape, first thing I want to do is I don't need the fill on this path, so I'm going to turn off the fill, and then I'm going to go ahead and edit my stroke width because the object that we're going to animate here needs to have some thickness to it. So we'll set that around 62 points, something like that. And then let's begin by, well, let's go ahead and finish creating this object. So if I come down here under my stroke options, I've got a taper option. So let's open that because we want to work with that. And the next thing I want to do is go up here to this add menu, and I'll come down here and select trim paths, which will give me, there we go, give myself more room to work here. So here is my trim path, and let's set our start to like 50, and let's set the end to 65. So you see that actually shortens up the path. And now that I've done that, let's go back down here to our stroke options, and I'm going to change from butt cap to a round cap. That gives the rounded ends. And let's do, under taper, let's adjust the start length to about 90%. Something like that. I guess you could go to 100 if you want. 100 is fine. So anyway, that creates our nice little shape with a tail. And then maybe in this case 65 is too much. What's 60 look like? Yeah, that'll give us more to work with. So we've created our object, and now what we're going to animate is our offset. So if I grab this and move it backwards, I can move my offset back to about negative 196. I'm just going to set a keyframe for my offset, and then we'll go out here to 4 seconds, and I'm just going to change this value until it's off screen. So I went to about 166. Now when I play this through, I'm really just animating this object along a path. So there's the first part of it. If we look back to my example, it's a little shorter here, but then it stretches out towards the middle and then shortens back up again. And I could probably speed it up here too. That'd probably enhance this effect, but just to show you the process there, all I did was I changed the end length, animated that. So if this comes out to, say, let's come out to here and keyframe our end, and let's go over here to the end of this, and we want to be back at this length again by about this point. So there's our end. Let's keyframe that. Then let's come out here sort of in the middle, roughly. And let's stretch the length of this to, say, 75. So this is coming on, then it stretches out and shortens back up again. And the effect is this.